Are we having too many new homes being built? What is happening with the market now? You'll want to stick around and watch. This is Kasama Lee, your community realtor. You may have seen online the update that we now are experiencing the highest number of new construction builds. What that means is, I'm talking about brand new homes, not resale, not existing homes, that are just skyrocketing since the crash in 2008. Should you be concerned about that? And what does that mean to our real estate market? By the end of this video, you'll have a better perspective of what that means in the whole overall scheme of things of what homes are doing in the market, what the inventory is really looking like. By the way, if you enjoy this type of content, you want to hit subscribe and the bell notification so you don't miss future videos. And I appreciate your subscribing and sharing and commenting and liking so that we can get more of these great value-added content out to more people. Thank you. So what does it really mean when you read online articles that are saying that new construction homes are at its highest ever since 2008? What does it mean in the scheme of things? One thing you got to remember is that a lot of these articles and subject lines and content are designed to generate clicks for people to read, right? But do they give you the overall perspective of what's really happening in the entire market? I think the important thing that you want to remember is, if you're just talking about the new construction homes being, like an explosion of new builds happening right now, you have to look at the overall market. What is the overall market doing? Because the new construction homes are just one piece of the puzzle, as you can imagine. We have a huge percentage of actually resale, what we call resale homes, homes that have been lived in before and are being sold directly by individual sellers or companies, right? Not the new construction builders. And if you look at the chart that you can see right now, you can see that the total inventory remains far below crash level. You can see the spike in 2007, 2008, right? And where we are in the total inventory now in 2025 is still very low compared to where homes were being on the market back in 2007 and 2008. So what is the answer to that? In terms of new construction, actually there was a halt. Literally, new home builders stopped building after the crash because now we just had an influx of inventories and foreclosed homes, if you remember that. People were starting to not be able to afford the mortgage because the bubble was bursting and the types of loans that were available that shouldn't have been offered to consumers were causing people to have to walk away from their homes. So the new home builders, like nationwide, back then, since the crash, stopped building. They just halted the project. Basically, there were hardly any homes that were being built, and they just started to kind of slightly increase and started building again in 2023, 15 years later since the crash. So now you're starting to see the mushrooming effect of brand new homes being built all over, okay? But that doesn't mean that it's a true reflection of inventory in the overall market since 2008. So if you're worrying that if you're looking to sell, what that means to you as a seller, are there just too many homes on the market? Are you going to be able to sell your home? Don't worry about that, because there's still a lot of buyers that are now just kind of coming back into the market. We're starting to see more multiple offers coming back again. Yes, at 6.5% interest rate. Thank you very much. It's happening now. Now, if you are a buyer, that's great, because now you have more options of brand new constructions versus resale homes, right? One thing I want to tell you, because we do have a handful of clients who are looking in the brand new constructions, what you need to remember about new construction homes is there's some questions you should ask. Is there Melrose, which is the special tax assessment? Sometimes they have that depending on what they have going on in that community, right? If they're special, it could be a school, it could be some sort of construction that requires special assessment, right, to be able to pay for the improvement. Or is there an HOA, homeowners association? From what I've seen when some of the new homes that we've been showing our clients, there's HOA, it's like $100, $200 type range. And typically with HOA, it would start to come down when they're completely fully built. That's not always the case, so you got to talk to the brand new construction for that. And did you know that your real estate agent can actually represent you and help guide you through the purchase? Because here's the thing, the compensation to the buyer's agent for new homes are already allocated. It has nothing to do with the price of the home. That's already set. You're not getting a better deal buying directly, okay? As far as I know, as far as the builders that I've talked to, as far as how things are structured, those decisions were already made before the buyer came into the picture. The benefit that you would have having a real estate agent representing you is that we're able to ask questions that you may not even know to even ask. We're able to just get right to the point of what are the incentives, how does that work, and are there more incentives that maybe had not been figured out. I know that for us, I've represented multiple buyers, families who had bought in Watson Ranch in American Canyon and other new home communities as well. We're able to speak the language, if you know what I mean, the real estate agent's language. And we're able to sometimes get a special package for our client that is offered in a different property, but they're able to extend it to our clients because we've been doing business with them and they know that we're going to carry this all the way through. Our clients would be well informed and, there are less chances of them changing their minds because they weren't well informed up front. So if you're thinking you're going to save money as a buyer to go in on your own and not be represented by a real estate agent, think again. You're not saving money. It might cost you more because you don't know how to ask the questions. That's just my professional opinion. You don't have to take it to the bank if you don't want to. You're entitled to your own opinion, but that's been our experience. So if you are in American Canyon, looking in American Canyon or Vallejo or Fairfield or Vacaville for brand new homes, contact me. I would be more than happy to help you and get you through the right process. The important thing is that when you go there to register for the first time, when you actually fill in the information, I would have to be there with you for the builder to be able to register you as being a client with a representation, okay? So keep that in mind. Let the brand new constructions go because we need them. We need those new homes just as we need the resale homes. The market is still very healthy right now with new homes or resale homes being on the market and with buyers' level of interest. That has not changed. Contact me at Kasama@kasamasales.com if I can be of service to you. Thanks for watching, and I hope you feel better about all these homes on the market. Let's go!